Confidence is a quiet force behind every personal brand. It's not having all the answers or being perfect. It's showing up and saying yes. Are you showing up saying yes to your brand? Because your personal brand is your voice, it's the strengths. And it's how are you taking those bold risks? Because a brand is your personality combined. And your personality, your brand is not just your business. Your brand is not just your logo. It's how are you showing up? How are you representing your brand? And in those moments, for many entrepreneurs, myself included, I was not taking that risk. I was not taking those bold risks, and that depended on me to grow as a brand, to know how am I going to compete with others in a crowded marketplace, because there's just so much competition. And regardless of the competition, knowing your strengths, because your brand is your strength, it's in your voice, it's in your story. How are you different? How are you making sure that your voice is the one that's heard? And all the brands today that we admire, and I'm not just talking about the high-end boutique stores, I'm talking about other brands that we know of. How have they built their brand? What have they done? And they have built their brand based on the story, based on their strengths, based on their voice. And this alone carries a lot of weight. So I want you to recognize, I want you to evaluate, where is your brand today? How do you distinguish your brand from others around? Could be in the same competition. You might be doing the same thing, but how are you different? How are you showing up? And your brand also is, how are you adapting? Because given the fact that, I mean, during COVID, yes, all the malls were closed. But even during COVID, as a brand, you as an entrepreneur, as a brand, what were you doing? How are you showing up? So it's all, the question comes down to, are you showing up in the ways that it matters? Are you showing up to your value? Are you showing up for you as a brand? Because your brand is your personality combined. And one of the things that when I was first starting out as an entrepreneur, I had no idea of, I needed to have a brand. But your brand, when I began to realize, after the fact, and now I have a team that I work with who really helps to, show as to, yes, you are a brand and you need to show up. You need to show up. You need to say yes to opportunities. And when you say yes to opportunities, doors open. And I'm just so grateful because, I do a lot of speaking and I travel, and all of this would not have happened if my brand was not highlighted, if I didn't build myself. So when you are building yourself as a personal brand, is how are you showing up? What are you doing? And how everything comes to light, and how everything, it's like a puzzle, and all those pieces do have to come together so that you as a brand truly are going to make a huge difference. And as I said, with the crowded marketplace, we need to stand out. So how are you standing out? So always evaluate where you are to where you want to go, and what are those steps that you need to take. Now, there are going to be hesitations, there's going to be doubt. This is a psychological momentum when you are building your brand, because doubt will always come in, from where you are to where you aspire to be. You're going to have those doubts. Oh, can I do this? Can I really build my brand to excel? and succeed. So that's psychological, that is natural. But know that when you build your brand, this unlocks everything because your brand is your secret weapon. Use it, build it, and build to the point that everything now starts to build into your personal brand, because your personal brand is your identity. So create it, build it, and so it remains long lasting. This is your secret weapon, and I want you to see your brand, your personal brand, as it moves forward and how you need to unlock so your confidence, the confident personal brand, how are you building and how are you showing up in ways that is going to make a huge difference to your business.